Time now is 11:02 on this Wednesday. It looks gorgeous outside. Meteorologist Grace Thornton joins us now. But Grace, it is going to warm up.
Oh yeah, we're going to notice a difference in temperatures as we head into this afternoon, Jenny. But for now, we're waking up to nice temperatures out there and lots of blue sky across Austin. Temperatures sitting at 77 right now for both of our major weather stations. Dew points picking up just a little bit as we head further into this week. High pressure still, settling over central Texas, and most of Texas today will be cloudless out there. We also have an increase in southerly winds today. So by 5 p.m. we will notice a bit more heat out there, especially for our hill country areas, potentially up to 84 to 85 degrees. Here closer to the Austin area, we probably will see, up to 84 to maybe 85 as well. High temperatures over the next several days are going to be very warm. Wednesday, Thursday, mid 80s. Then we top out in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees for Friday and Saturday. Those are the days that are going to be competing for record high temperatures that are right now sitting at 89 degrees. And then we do take a dip with our next cold front. We'll talk about that too coming up in full weather. All right, good morning. I guess what's left of the morning here as we head towards noon today. I'm meteorologist Grace Thornton. It is a beautiful day across Austin, Texas, and it's going to remain that way well into the rest of your work week. So we got blue skies overhead, high pressure continuing to have that sunshine shine down on us for the next couple of days. Let's take a check on some of our temperatures around town. Sunny skies, 77 here in Austin, 73 over in Burnet. LaGrange also looking at 76 degrees as we head towards the afternoon. A little bit cooler out towards Fredericksburg as well. Looking across the map, our wind speeds and gusts coming out of the south and west today. Now, this is going to help boost temperatures as we head into those late afternoon hours. And I do think we'll be seeing the possibility of 20 near 25 mile per hour gusts at isolated times throughout the day. But as we head into the next couple of hours, you can see probably gusting around 15 miles per hour for most of us. So for our Wednesday, yesterday we saw temperatures top out in the upper 70s, lower 80s. Today we're looking more so at the mid 80s across at least town. But if you look up there towards the hill country, potentially even warmer, up to 88 degrees for Llano, potentially nearing 90 for Mason County. Overnight tonight, temperatures are going to fall back down to the 50s across the area. A little bit cooler out towards those western areas, but not as cool as what we saw yesterday. And of course, we'll still see those clear conditions as we head overnight tonight. If you're here in town and you saw the supermoon last night, tonight it will also appear full, even though that peak was earlier this morning. So you can catch that for one more night here in Austin, Texas. All right, highs over the next couple of days. We're going to continue to climb those temperatures through the middle of this week, as well as for the end of this week. We're going to be watching for potentially record high temperatures. Previous records are 89 degrees for both Friday and Saturday, but we're expecting possibly one of those to be at least 90 degrees or matching the record of 89. So over the next couple of days, that high pressure stays intact a little bit, but most of the hot or warm weather is actually going to shift out towards the west as we head into the end of the week. And then we're going to be looking up towards the northern end of the United States and Canada as we have a strong low pressure system that is going to bring some Arctic air, of course, to those northern areas, but that's going to dip all the way south and give us a shot at some cooler temperatures as we head towards next week. So that cold front comes in Saturday to Sunday, dips temperatures down potentially into the 60s for a couple of days here in town. And then as we head into our 7-day forecast, you'll notice that a couple of morning temperatures early next week could be flirting with freezing for areas in the hill country.
Thank you for that.
Good morning, everyone. Just shy of 11:30 on your Wednesday morning. A beautiful look outside at downtown. Make sure you get out and about this week because we've got more pleasant conditions on the way, not only for today, but the next several days. So right now we're sitting in the lower 70s for areas of the hill country, mid to upper 70s here in Austin and close to the I-35 corridor. We are going to be building up those temperatures well above average this afternoon. 85 expected for Austin, and look at out towards the hill country. country. Mason and Llano gearing towards that 90-degree mark. It does happen in November. It just doesn't happen every single year. Now let's talk about the cool down that we are anticipating, because the next couple of mornings are still going to feel fall-like, but as we head towards next week, you'll see Monday and Tuesday we get down to potentially the lower 40s here in town, probably the mid 40s, but this is going to be the first time this year that we might be looking at near freezing temperatures for at least our hill country region. So we don't usually see our average first freeze until the 29th of November here in Austin, but out towards Blanco, Fredericksburg, Johnson City, and Llano, they all have that date of November 10th. And November 10th is exactly when that cold front is going to come through and cool down those temperatures, where we are expecting potentially our first freeze for the hill country early next week. So we'll talk more about that cool down and, of course, the warm weather we're expecting for the rest of the week coming up, Jenny.
The warm up, then the cool down. We're up and down, Grace. Dizzy. All right, thank you so much.
Pleasant conditions here in Austin, Texas over the next couple of days. Look outside right now. You can see that downtown is just looking marvelous. Make sure that you get outside over the next couple of days, because we're going to continue to see very warm temperatures in the afternoon, and overnight hours are also going to be pretty nice too. So 77 degrees right now for both of our major weather stations. Humidity is picking up a touch today. We're also going to see an increase in wind flow out of the south and west. That is also going to be another ingredient as to why we're seeing much warmer than average temperatures over the next couple of days. Wind speeds gusting to about 20 miles per hour as we head through the afternoon. That might affect our allergy count, kind of, bring up some of that dust out there. So grass is in the high category today. Mold also in the high category. Now shifting into this afternoon, I'm talking about those above average temperatures. Now this specific model is not picking up on what I think is going to happen. I do think we're going to get to the mid 80s here in town today. And then out towards the hill country, you see the mid 80s there. I'm expecting the upper 80s for many areas like Llano and Mason County. Overnight tonight, you'll see we build back a little bit of cloud cover out there, but by Thursday afternoon, we'll continue to see very sunny skies. So for tomorrow morning, with that southerly wind, it's going to be a little bit more calm, and that will make for the potential for isolated fog for some of us across the area tomorrow morning as you're commuting to work and school. So just be aware of that. Low temperatures over the next couple of days. We have seen those fall-like mornings continue. It'll get a little bit warmer for Friday and Saturday. And then as we head towards next week, Saturday into Sunday is when we are anticipating our first kind of major cold front for the hill country areas, and could give way to potentially a light freeze for some of those areas out towards Blanco, Fredericksburg, Johnson City, as well as Llano. So be looking out for that and pay attention to that forecast. Now let's switch over to those high temperatures as we anticipate this next cold front. 90 on Friday, Saturday looking at 89 degrees. Our records for both of those days are 89 degrees as well. You can see in the month of November, we've only gotten to 90 degrees or 91 degrees only 5 times, hard for me to count there, 5 times since we've been taking records all the way from 1898. So it's been a little while, and we are anticipating the potential to match or break those records. All right, into our 7-day forecast. Things are looking very nice the next couple of days. Be anticipating updates on that cold front as we head into the end of the week.